All right, I've got a good one for you today. I know a lot of you like the publishing niche and industry like Amazon KDP, Etsy, TPT, Shopify stores, just selling printables, digital books, journals, all that kind of good stuff. Ike Paz has his latest product launching today on June 3rd, and it's called Techo Royalty. In the United States, the way that this is actually spelled, you can see, I'm going to be hiding the URL actually, but of course he leads off with like they have their software being tested before they even launch. They get testimonials, proof that this works, and people that actually use their latest software to make money. So very, different than most of the products. I mean, shoot, even AppSumo products, you come out there and I'll review those softwares, but they can't prove that people are using their software to make money, right? His software is different. It literally creates digital products that you can go out there and sell. So I know you guys are very interested in this, but let me go over here and show you. I mean, yeah, just proof after proof, testimony after testimonial. I'm not even going to bore you with those right now. These are the guys behind it, quality product, good customer support, all that good stuff. I'm going to go through and find the this right here. So it says Techo, and I've watched Ike's a couple of his videos on this, right? So in the United States, that TECO, that's tech. So I read this as Techo, but he's living in Japan, and apparently this Techo word means journal or diary. So he does like to name his last like 5 products after Japanese words. So it is actually pronounced Techo, and that does stand for journals, right? So this particular software is one that he has not launched before. Like he's done coloring books and he's done activity books and he's done all kinds of stuff, right? But this one particularly focuses on the low content space, which is planners, journals, all that kind of good stuff, right? Now, just to prove to you that this actually works, I went in here to my Teachers Pay Teachers account and I just typed in the word journal, and you can see right over here, $634 right over here. And I just left one open right here. This is literally a journal. Now I could go up here and type in planner, and then we'd have a whole nother thing, and we'd have money right here as well, because I sold a lot of journals and planners on this account. I'm also going to log into one of my Etsy accounts over here and just show you a couple items. Now, I didn't really see a way that I could actually type in journal, but I've got hundreds of products on this store, and we do actually make sales right over here. You can see over here 2 sales right there, and this is literally a printable lined page. It's a journal. You can see right over here timesheet, task tracker. I mean, really simple, low content printables that people actually pay money for right here. Okay, so that's just proof for my own store. TPT and Etsy, like that. You don't even have to be on Amazon KDP to make sales. This is heavily marketed as selling these books on Amazon KDP, which you're more than welcome to do that for sure. But I'm just showing you that there's alternatives that you can actually even sell them on other sites like TPT and Etsy. They get millions and millions and millions of visitors as well. Okay, so this is Techo Royalty. We go through here and look at what the price is. I'm just going to click on that. All right, so it's $19 to get in. $19 to get in. There's going to be some upsells. I've got access. I want to get you the best bonuses that you're going to see. So you get all those bonuses if you decide to pick up Techo Royalty with my link below. The first link below, go pick that up. You'll get access, instant access to all 6 of my bonuses. And I think there's like 4 softwares in there or something like that. So really cool stuff. Now let's go in here and let's build something together, right? So Techo Royalty, what I really like about Paz, they have everything all under one roof now, and so that's really awesome. To go into their ecosystem, they're here to stay. They can fix their software. It's all in one place, and they launch new softwares and products inside of bozepause.com. So one login and you get access to everything: the book cover generator, the Nuri creator, Crispy Sticks, Brain Games. I mean, look at all this. Monaka, Sansu. Most of you have, if this is something that you guys do in your business to make money, most of you have probably most of these products, right? Techo is the brand new one today for KDP, TPT, and Etsy. So it is, relevant to, like I said, TPT and Etsy. I'm going to go ahead and just launch the app, and I need to sign in again. Okay. Let me come back in here and launch the app. And are we signed back in? Okay. So we're signed in. looking good. So it's going to give you this right here. It's going to take you through like how to use this, which is great. Cool. And then right over here, you can go and zoom in and see what you've got right over here. So you got Techo royalty, got your export over here into PNG, single PDF, PowerPoint, and SVGs. And yes, there are upgrades. You guys wonder about things like that as well. Let me go and look at the products. So there's going to be some upsells. Monaca royalty. If you don't have that, they're going to promote that to you for $47. And then there's a Techo royalty elite. I don't really know what all is included with that or whatever, but it'll tell you on the landing page. Once you go through the funnel, you'll see like what you get for the front end and what you get if you do need to get the elite or the pro version. So there is the Techo royalty elite. That's going to be $127. And then the Techo royalty pro is just $47. Okay. So that's it. So it's not a big funnel. There's just three. It looks like there's 3 OTOs. Okay. So you're going to come over here and you've got all this that you can go and select your font. I've got this loaded with fonts in here. You can go and select what size. We'll stick with 8.5 by 11, but look at all these different sizes that they have. They've got this over here. So you can choose all these different ones and it'll tell you if you're on, and I believe I'm on the pro account. I do get free access to all this because I'm one of their top affiliates. They make good products, right? And we have a partnership as well. And so I get access to all this, but honestly, I've purchased their products before as well. One of them came out and they gave me at one point, and I didn't know like if my affiliate account that they gave me or whatever, right, was going to stick around after the review process and all that. And so I went ahead and just bought it. I spent like $300 on the funnel or whatever. And then later on, I was talking to Ike. He's like, I would have just gave you the software, right? Because that's what you do for strong partnerships, right? So definitely great product. So it's going to tell you if what membership you're at. So all this at the top, you get access to all these. Look at this daily, a Dolly diary, quote journal, gratitude journal, journal, recipe diary, travel diary, all this pet diary, planner, student daily planner, all this, right? Look, all this you get access to on the front end, all this right here. Boom, 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 boom. You get access to all this on the front end right here, all this. So just keep going. Then when you get into the pro account, you get access to all these very specific things. And then you keep scrolling, and then on the elite version, you get access to all that. So that is like where you're going to choose exactly. There's 867 planner templates. That is nuts. If you did one planner for every single one of those, you've got 867 products right there. Multi-page books right here, almanacs, all kinds of stuff. Like this is just way too much to like cover in one video. I want to show you under the hood what you've got. You've got a cover creator, create with AI. You've got to beautify this page. You've got generate mockup, write listing copy right over here. So it'll even write the listing copy. And then we're not even over here onto theme. You can check to do the theme, accessibility, branding right here, layouts and margins, page numbers, and then download, right? And then you can show the margins as well. So click that on. You can see that red dot. And you'll probably want to turn that on if you're actually doing some designing. And you can come in here and actually go in here and design this. Look, we can actually move this stuff around. This is a full-blown editor right here as well. But so I just showed you kind of all that. We can go into a new page, add a new page right here as well. But what I really want to show is, let's just try what I really want to do. And they have a bulk right here. You can create a bulk book right over here, or create a bunch of them right here as well. They've got every option for you. It's kind of a little overwhelming that there's just this many options inside the tool. So I recommend just trying to like one thing at a time, really try to learn what each thing does. Do they have tutorials in here? I'm sure they have tutorials. We can come in here. We've got that. Yeah. So I do have access to Pro and Elite right there. I don't know what Techo royalty add-on is. I don't know what that is right there, and I don't see particularly right there. It might be under the training. So let me go and click on training real quick. I just want to see if they have any Techo royalty trainings in here. They usually launch with trainings. We'll come and load this up real quick. All right, they're during launch right now. It seems to be timing out right now, but they do have a bunch of training videos in there. We're going to come through here, and what I want to actually do is, so out of all that stuff that I just showed you, I actually just want to use the AI book. I'm going to click on AI book. And we have a hand pick. So pick templates. We can go with a dated right here, journal. You can go with quotes. You can paste those in right there. AI generate an AI plan. So describe the book. AI plans the page structure, mixing stock templates and fresh AI generated ones. Then analyzes one page per type and duplicates that to your requested count. So we'll do 50 pages. And let's just do perfect blood pressure tracker. Create a fancy blood pressure tracker journal. Okay. And then you can say all fresh AI pages, never use stock category templates. I'm going to go ahead and just leave that unchecked. AI model fast, quality. Let's go with quality. I just want to see what we can get there. And let's go with structural, content rich, real prose, and blank trackers. Let's just go with the structural. But you can select that and you can actually say 12 weeks, grade 9. So you can get real technical in here. I'm just going to go with this one right over here. And I think that's all we do on that one. So let's go and plan that book and then we'll be right back. I'm getting a little error right here, so I'll come right back. So apparently I did log out when trying to look at the training video. So we are right there. It says that I'm not logged in. So I need to go and log in. So I'm going to sign in. And I'm just going to try one more time. Let's go and click on training and see. Okay, so there we go. So it loaded. Now I want to go and see real quick. So there's the Techo royalty. So you can start the course right here. So they don't launch without training. And you have all these videos right here, like walking you through brand new. So very well organized and structured. You know where to get to the training. There's no confusion. You know how to get to the software. Really good stuff. Okay. So now I'm going to try to push this again. I might have to refresh this entire page. Let's just see. It knows that I'm logged in now. So now it's going to go create this for us. It's planning the book and you can see the wheels spinning and everything. And we'll come back in just a minute. Okay. So while it's creating the book, I'm just having some fun here in Teachers Pay Teachers. So I went ahead and looked at my earnings. I typed in planner and you can see we've made hundreds of dollars with the word planner. I can come back over here and exit out. Dang it. It does that. I'm going to go and just change the year to 2021 for fun. And then I'm going to also type in like tracker, maybe with tracker and apply. So with the word tracker there's $10,000 in revenue right there. I'm going to say tracker right here. Now let's see. So tracker, $174 right there. So these do sell. You can see right over here, look at this digital journal right there, debt payment tracker. I mean, this stuff literally makes money. You can literally use this software that IkePause came out with to actually make money. Okay, so what do we got going on here? So it says that we have replan or build 50 pages. Okay, so here's what the page, so personal and care team. So these would be the amount of pages, not quite sure like what's going on here. So a blood pressure tracker, 9 section types, 50 pages total, drag rows to reorder. So you can actually go like this, 6-month review, notes, monthly trends, weekly blood pressure logs, reference guide. So it put the entire thing together. There's a page that AI is going to build it and it's going to be, I can barely read this. I'm wondering if I can zoom in. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so we can see it a little bit better, guys. Sorry about that up until this point. That's the default size, but you can zoom in. Okay, so the personal care right there is this dignified personal information page with fields for owner details, primary care, so that you usually lead off with that. AI is going to build that for us. We have a medication inventory, and they're going to use a stock template that they already have. It's putting all that together. This is massive. This is ridiculously insane how they built this. It's going to use AI. It's going to pull some stock stuff, the weekly blood pressure logs. That's the main meat and potatoes of the log. It's going to pull a nice weekly, and then you could create these for nurses and, weightlifters or for different niches and be very specific to people's interest or something like that. Or you can, this one is just going to be a good old fashioned, and you can go in there and actually add pictures later on to it and so forth. Right. But this looks really good. So now I'm going to push this green button, build 50 pages. It's going to now build our book for us. And all those books that I created over here and in Etsy, I had to, I built some of them myself, but it's extremely time consuming. And I did that 5 years ago, right before all this AI craze. So you had to build these in Canva, you had to use Photoshop, you had to use different tools, Illustrate, InDesign, all kinds of tools. And because it was so time consuming and I didn't really like, doing the actual design of the books, I would actually outsource this. So I'd have people on my team that created hundreds of products for me. And it's resulted in thousands of dollars, and I still get paid every single month from both of these stores. In fact, Etsy, I just got paid like $700 or $800 into my account from Etsy from stuff I did from years and years ago. So stuff straight up works. It is very time consuming to put all these books together. Even though they're low content book, it does take time to put it all together and everything. And now we just have an AI tool that can do it for us, which is insane. Let's go back over here and take a look at what we've got going on here. Generating templates 1 through 6. Now it's moving on to generating templates 2 of 6. Okay. So while it's doing that, why don't we step over and I'll show you, go take a look at our journal. So here is our 50-page journal right here. And it's going to start over here. I think I had those other couple pages on there, right? But it should start right here. Yeah. That first page is a trash page, right? But then we have this right over here. This is where it starts. So here's the personal information right here for the journal. And then here's the medications, the medication library or list. And then you have your medication, you have more right there. And then you have this, blood pressure guide right over here. So it's got all that information in there as well. And then it's got some AHA guidelines, some more information. And then here is your log. Here's your log that you're going to use. And believe it or not, there's people that literally like to do this, even with technology in our phones and log books in our phones and all that. Some people just like to have an actual log book that they can really actually write their information in. So there you go. There is your page right here. And then here's your ending page, your 50-page. There's health notes right here in the back, which are nice. And then you have your 6-month health review right there. So it put this entire thing together. We can go and export this any way we like and go and publish it to any of those marketplaces, which is insane. So Techo royalty, pretty awesome stuff.